Hi friends, it's Julia. I am here with my one kit 12 card series or project. I don't know that I necessarily want to call it a series since I failed so miserably at it last year. So my project for today is making 12 cards with one kit. I started with this kit that was put together pre-made by Close to My Heart, and there was enough product in here to make 6 each of 2 designs. So with the kit comes twine, the pattern paper, the card bases, the envelopes, the stamp set here. You have to add your own inks in, and it does give you a cutting guide on how to cut each of the pattern papers, and then it shows you on the cutting guide how to do the stamping on what you have as well. Like here, and where it tells you to put the stamp on the card front, and then you can do your inside however you like. These are appreciation or thank you cards. I don't need a ton of those. I have quite a few, so I'll probably make at least 1 or 2 of each of these, and then of the rest of the 12 that it gives you product for, I will probably do something else. And you guys know me, I'm never satisfied to use a kit just as it is. Well, most often I'm not tempted to do that. So this is a kit that I've had put together. I think I put it together for a different series on a different year. I don't know when. So I already had all the product in the bag, on the shelf, in the box. So I went ahead and pulled it all out. This is the stamp that came with the original kit. And then here are the card bases. So there are card bases and envelopes here, and there's 12 of these, which works out great because you don't have to go to the store and buy any or use your own cardstock or whatever to create card bases. With the kit came this twine, and it's gold, and a couple of pieces of pattern paper. There's this one from the Sweet Girl collection. The back side is this stripe. It's not necessarily a stripe. It appears as a stripe on here, but when you get up super duper close, you'll see it's like little chevron-y arrows going each direction in lines, and so it makes it feel like it's lined paper. And then of course you have the cutoff strip up here with pattern on it. You also get a pink 12 by 12, a green 12 by 12, and a couple of white 12 by 12 sheets. And like I said, it gives you the cutting design for each of these to create your card bases. So at some point, y'all, when I started adding to this kit, I went a little hog wild. I had some of the Sweet Girl embellishments left from the compliments package, and that's what this paper is, so I brought those in, right? There's a few left in here. And these are like chipboard stickers, or not chipboard. These are stickers, and these are heavy-duty cardstock, almost like coaster paper. Not quite that thick, but that's kind of the feel that they have. These are all ready to be punched out, what's left here. And in these, there's quite a few little embellishment stickers left on here with a whole bunch of words down here. So I brought those in because I had them left over. I brought in the sapphire crochet twine that I had with the Sweet Girl kit. So I brought that in, and because I had these lovely shades of pink and almost a peachy orangey feel, I went ahead and pulled these freckled fawn blings, and these are from November of 2016, so they're quite old in my collection. So if I get them used, okay. If not, they can go back in. I pulled in some dewdrops from Want to Scrap, and these are clear. They almost have a grayish tone to them. And then I have these enamel dots from Eyelet Outlet, and they're just the solid pink color. And so I have that. I'm going to put this all out so you can see it here. And then I pulled in these flat back pearls, and I don't know, these may be from, I'm going to lie to you if I try and tell you who they're from. I don't know, but they're blue, so I'm going to add those in. Now these are some stickers that I purchased from Freckled Fawn, and they have shades of green and gold, a little bit of yellow, some white, some almost like newsprint in this packet, all sorts of images and stickers, but I felt like they would match the tone, so I pulled those in. So because I have so much paper here already, and you guys know me, I tend to make more than 12 cards, or if the cards that I make from the original 12 are not, if I don't want to make 6 of each design, I want something different to go on them. So I added in some additional cardstock. This is a little bit off-white. You can see it here when it's next to this, I think it's White Daisy from Close to My Heart. Anywho, so this is a little bit off-white. Then I pulled in some gold pieces. These are from some packs that I picked up at Dollar Tree years ago. These are great for die cutting out or cutting down to act as layers on your card. I added in this old My Mind's Eye sheet from 2011, and it's called Good Day Sunshine, and it's called Uptown Paper. The back side, I could conceivably use a little bit of that if I wanted to, but I didn't pull it for that. I pulled it for this because I felt like it would pull in very nicely with the other colors that are there. A little bit deeper tone. I pulled in a couple of 12 by 12 pieces of cardstock, and they're from the green color family. I know you guys can't see it here, but it has a very faint color of green. So let me add that in back here. You can really see it, I think, next to that white. I pulled in this, I think it's garden green cardstock from Close to My Heart. And then I pulled in, because there's these shades of deep blue, I pulled in this sheet. This one is from Basic Gray, Life of the Party, and I love this blue wood tone. I know it's a little bit deeper than what's in here, but I felt like I could get away with it. I just added in a few additional things. Not too much, but enough that I feel like I'm going to have a lot of fun creating some layouts with this. And because I had originally just had this stamp set with it, I went ahead and I pulled some stamps and dies. Now, whether I use these, I don't know, but I like to have some options available. I pulled in this one. It's called Hope and Kindness, and these do have the dies. These sentiments are very large here, so I don't know that I will necessarily use those. They would fit on a card front, but I don't know what I want to do with them just yet. But I pulled them for a just in case. This set is from the Sawyer Card Making Workshop. Again, dies and stamps. This one is Random Active Cardness Stamp of the Month. And I don't have on here what month it's from, so yeah. But anyway, a little dose of happy. Hello to brighten your day with love. Thank you. Lucky to have a friend like you. Sweet sentiments. I did pull in this set from, or called Something Splendid. This set called Friendship Bouquet. This set that says Friendship Blessings. This is a Honeydew Crafts Bee Flourish stamp. No dies with this one, but I think you could easily fussy cut around those. This set from Sizzix, oh, Leaf Cluster is all it says. There's stamp and die. This set from Sizzix and David Tutera, I see a number on there. Greenery and Flourish. Here's what all the greenery looks like, and you can stamp them with the stamps included to make the centers of the bigger leaves. And then this set from Richard Garay and Sizzix is called Amazing Blooms, and there's a couple of flowers and a couple of leaves, and then the dies to go with. So that's what everything that I have pulled in. I have all of my stamps right above me on the shelf. So we'll see what I can create with what I have here. My goal is to complete 12 cards. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you being here, and I will see you back in just a second once I have completed 12 cards. Okay, friends, I am done with all 12 cards for my One Kit 12 card series. So for this one, the first one, you know, I followed along with this sketch fairly closely with a few little changes. It called to do the stamping right on the envelope with the sentiment and also this little houndstooth pattern, and then the little heart to the side. I changed it up a little. I put 3 hearts over here, 2 hearts over here. I did go ahead and stamp "Thank Goodness for a Friend Like You" on the card itself, but I don't know if you can tell. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but I can see through the paper and I can see that sentiment very clearly. So when it was time to do the houndstooth, I did it on a scrap of white cardstock, and then I glued it to the bottom. I did the little banner here and this little page flag here, and then I wrapped the little gold twine around that. I don't care for that. Yeah, this is going to end up in my don't want pile. This one I did a little bit different. I did the blue flat back pearls that I have along this strip. I did those on here, and I used a piece of the blue twine here on the inside. It says, "Thank goodness for a friend like you, you're appreciated." And then I just took some of those stickers that I had from those packages. I just put some of those in there. This set I did not use, but this set and this set I used a bunch. This one especially, I feel like I used a bunch. These do have a fairly, and I don't know that you're going to be able to tell it on camera, they have a fairly large border around them, a clear border. I just fussy cut that out. So then I have this much of a fussy cut border around the edge to toss out, and that's okay. I didn't mind doing it. It's not like I was pressed for time, so I had plenty of time to work on it. So I finished those two, and so I decided instead of making any more that look like this, I'm going to do something different. So for the next two, cards, they look like this. And so for this one, I did use the pattern paper. I did use the cardstock, the green cardstock and the white cardstock. I pulled in some flat back pearls. These are the clear dewdrops. I pulled in this stamp set for the bumblebee. And I don't think, yeah, this stamp set for the bumblebee. And I used the large one here. These are Honeydew Crafts Bee Flourish. And then I used maybe this one, I think. This ink blot stamp from Close to My Heart. And just stamped an ink blot design in the background. And I used these, I think they're spellbinders. They're flourished rectangles. There's some obviously scalloped edge with dots around them, and then faux stitching around here on the one behind. So yeah, that's where I got with this one. And on the inside, it's "Wishing you the very best for the coming year" is what I put on the sentiment. And that came from this stamp set down here at the bottom, and this is "To My Bestie" stamp of the month. And so I use that one quite a bit, and they're the same on the insides. I found the same 2 floral elements and put one on each side, one on each one, and called that one Good. I like that one a little bit more. It called for a little bit more creativity. I was very happy with it. The next one, again, I used the flowers here with the gold embellishment to them. I used these big blings. There's orange or gold and pink. I used the dies again here, and then I used this sentiment called "Joyful Birthday Occasions," and this is pretty old. I don't know from when, but it's an older set. I have a lot of older sets of stamps, and I don't have a problem with that. And then on the inside, wishing you the very best for the coming year, and just a little scrap of paper. Again, that is the one from To My Bestie here. I love how this one turned out, and it's so simple. Yeah, I just cut down that paper. I used some of the gold glitter paper that I had pulled in, used the pattern paper, and then used a piece of cardstock, used that fussy cut die, scallop cut die around the edges. Yeah, and called it good. Then the next one that I did, and I think I might like this one the very best. I don't know. It's one of my favorites. I love this one with the bumblebee so far, and this one. Now for this, it's a happy birthday friend, and then on the inside it says celebrate, it's your day. I had cut down some of the blue pattern paper that I had, used a piece of the green, and then I stamped first and second generation for the flowers and the leaves. So first generation, you just ink up the stamp and you stamp it right down. Second generation, you stamp up the ink pad, you stamp it off on a scrap piece of paper, and then you go over it. And that's what I use to fill in the inside. So it's same color family, because it's the same color. This is the Friendship Blessings, and it's an older stamp set. I also, for the sentiment here, for the happy birthday, I use this stamp set. This is a Stampin' Thin Cut set. This little happy birthday down here, right here. I don't know if you can see it so well. Let me pull it up here. It's right here. That worked great in that area. And this is the one that I used on the bee stamp too. Did I tell you that already? I may have. Anywho, so that's where that one landed. And I just fussy cut all of those out. Yeah. And then the celebrate on the inside, it's your day, came from that To My Bestie. Celebrate, and it's your day right there. And so for this one, I kept it fairly simple. I followed the second sketch here. It had the paper going across the diagonally across here, and then it had the twine going across there. I didn't like either of those elements, and I thought, I'm not going to do that. And this says you're appreciated, thank you. And then for this, I put thank goodness for a friend like you, and on the inside, wishing you the very best for the coming year, birthday girl. And so yeah, and then I used a gold, this is Color Pour Magic, and it's a gold pen, metallic gold pen, and I just went into those center of the flowers. I stamped them out on a scrap of cardstock, then fussy cut them and popped them up on some foam adhesive, then stamped the bumblebees on there. And for the bumblebees, I colored with Shinhan Art marker. This is golden yellow, and then this is a Spectrum Noir in TN2. This is what I used on the wing. This is what I used on the bee. So I had some fun using some markers and inks and such. And then on the inside of the leaves, I used this one from Spectrum Noir. This is called Moss Green. And so I colored in the leaves as well with that color. Another favorite. So I followed it sort of, and then I decided I'm not going to do any more of those either like that, because I wasn't crazy about them. So the last two that I did were actually looking like this, because if you remember, I had the die cut and the sticker sheet. The die cut here had the bunny and then the flower, and oh, I used this flower on this one. So I used several pieces from there, and then from here I used the dragonfly. So dragonfly on here, the bunny and the flower on here, and I used It's Your Day, this one, It's Your Day, and then on the inside I put Celebrate with another of the floral stickers. And then I used the blue flat back pearls to decorate the front of the card, and then also with this one I used this big flourish set to go behind each of the critters. So I did a lot of stamping as far as using my stamps, and that felt terrific. I haven't done that in a long time. And that's one of the things I love about making cards, is using your product. So I have all the envelopes here, and I went through and I stamped them all with, on this Friendship Blessings stamp, it has this floral border on there, and that's what I used to go on there. Sorry, that looks horrible because I've used like permanent ink on it, like Stays On or archival safe ink, and so it stains it black, and that's okay. It still stamps just fine. I use green ink from Close to My Heart. The inks that I use this go around are New England Ivy, Outdoor Denim. I use some black. I use charcoal and peach. This one, it called for a different color. It called for a different color of blue. I didn't have that color blue, and so Outdoor Denim was my closest one. Let's see, it called for Sapphire, and I don't have Sapphire, but I do have Outdoor Denim, and it's basically, it looks the same color, or I could have used Moonstruck. It would have been close enough too. But anywho, I have plenty of stash left over to create more cards. As far as what I have left, let's see, I have my sticker sheets and die cut sheets. I have a ton of tiny little scraps here. I had gone ahead and done those prior to, and I had also the little page flags. Those were stuck down there. Let's see, I made another little flourish piece. I had cut those out. I had cut some of these other things by the standards that it asked to be cut. Oh, sorry, that's not part of it. That is belonging to a different kit that I'm working on, so let me stuff that back in there. Oh, sorry, the gold is. I have a white sheet. I have some green and gold. And then as far as larger pieces of paper, I still have one of the pattern pieces. I still have multiple of the cardstocks and pattern papers left. I want to turn that over and use that side and that. And then I have the off-white and the gold. I have two of the gold left. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you being here. I will have close-ups of the cards at the end of the video. So if you're interested in seeing the close-ups, make sure to stay tuned for that. Anyway, guys, have a great day, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.